What's up, y'all? I am back with a new video. I know it's been a few weeks. I just thought I would come on today and give like an informal update on how school is going. So I have officially started. That was September 1st. My degree is in software engineering. My first course that I was required to complete was the Intro to Python Programming, and it took me about 4 weeks to complete it, and it really did not have to take that long. When I first started the course, my plan was to go in, take the pre-assessment or practice assessment, see how well I do, then with the information that I get from the practice assessment or the results of that, go in and study more specifically the things that I need to study on, and then take the actual assessment. When I started the practice assessment on my first day, this was maybe like September 2nd-ish maybe, I go to answer the first question and I realize I don't know Python syntax. So I don't know how to answer these and pass. So I just felt like there was no point in answering the questions because they were going to be wrong if I didn't know how to put the answer in there. So I just went through the questions and looked at what the actual questions were, what type of things they were asking, to see if it was stuff that I could solve, problems that my mind could wrap around. And what I should have done was just used online documentation, but I chose not to because I know I can't use documentation for the actual assessment, so I didn't want to get myself to be reliant on looking up the syntax. I knew I was going to need to learn it. So I just skimmed over it to see what kind of questions there were. And when I started taking the course, my primary focus was on learning the syntax and what things are specific to Python that I'm not familiar with. Then I actually started taking the course and I'm like reading every line, taking notes, and my progress is going just so slow. After about 2 weeks of making very little progress, I made it to like chapter 4 of 11 or 17 that were required. Let me see. At some point I actually even stopped taking notes, but I made it to chapter 4, and just kind of out of frustration and like, oh, this is gonna take me a really long time, but I guess I'll be okay with that because I'd rather like go far than go fast and like learn everything. I came across a video that I had seen before when I was trying to make the decision if I actually wanted to go with WGU, and I watched it, and his main point, well, not his main point, but something he said in the video was that WGU scores you on competency. You pass based on competency. There are no grades, there's no GPA. So the moment you feel 65 to 70% sure that you're gonna pass, like you've got 65 to 70% of the material down, go take the assessment. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like, why am I stressing every little thing? Like, these are the notes that I was taking before, like clips from the textbook, definitions. It's stuff that I already know, even like the definition for a variable. And I know what a variable is, but I just wasn't sure if they were gonna ask me those kind of questions on the assessment. And so I was like, well, I need to know how they define it just in case I get asked this question. I don't wanna miss it. Well, finally, when I got out of my mind and said, let's just go for it. I understand programming. I just don't know Python syntax. Let me skim through this, grab what I can grab, and then go take the test. I was good to go from there. I literally passed maybe within a week or two after making that decision, I just kind of ran through the material pretty quickly and got it done. And honestly, I would have finished faster than a month if I wasn't taking this course in September. So I chose to start school in September because I knew that in August I had a lot of things planned, a lot of trips, a bachelorette weekend, a girls trip, different things going on. So I decided to start in September when I thought I would have more free time and would be able to really focus and like accelerate this process. I should have waited till October because September was just as hectic, honestly more hectic, and I didn't realize, like I knew I had the wedding to go to in September. In August, I think, was when my friend made her final birthday plans for the end of September, and we're going to Chicago, so I knew that was happening. But literally every weekend I have something to do. I was out of town multiple times. It was just so much going on that my actual schedule that I made for how I would study, I did not get to follow that at all. So it's really giving that September was a dry run, and this course was my chance to like see how this goes. That was all my preparation to see how things were gonna go, so that for the rest of the courses, I have a more concrete plan to see what I need to really buckle down and like laser focus on to get all the information, and what kind of things can I just run through. From this point on, I have to like laser focus in. I told everybody, like, I'm not doing anything in October. I need to sit down and do schoolwork, because really I want to finish each course. Jesus, I want to finish each course in 2-week sprints. So far, the second course, I'm getting it done in 2 weeks. I really could have got it done faster than that. The first course, it took me a month. So I'm gonna have to figure out where I can play catch up with other courses if I still wanna hit that goal of finishing 12 courses in this first term. But yeah, I did pass my Intro to Python programming course and moved on to the next course. So I'm now in IT Leadership Foundations, which is a study on leadership. Hopefully after this one I can really buckle down, because my next 2 courses are actually like development courses, web development foundations and web development foundations 2, something like that. Or no, it's web development foundations and front end programming, something like that. So I'm actually looking forward to getting into those courses. So I want to get this one done out of the way so I can get to the actual coding, programming stuff that I really want to do. But yeah, this was just a quick informal update. I feel like there are so many things that I wanted to touch on of what I've learned and how that first course went and things like that. So I'll make a more formal video that I script, because this was very much off the dome. But I did want to get an update to you guys to let you know that I am sticking with it. We're getting it done. I'm making progress. So anyway, that's it for this video. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.